Hello friends, good day all of you. Now let us take up PFG 9. This is the ninth program in our Python Feel Good series. Now we are reaching to the end. This is the ninth. One more program we are going to perform. You must take it as a challenge and do that. Just a matter of 5 hours study. Then if you perform all the 10 programs and all that, then your confidence is crystallized and it acts like a foundation. On this foundation, 10-story building can be constructed. That point you have to understand. Not only for Python, the same knowledge and skills are equally useful for other languages also. However, if you are interested, I am providing you a feel good series for other languages like C, Java, C++, etc. You can work on that depending on your interest. But my suggestion is first complete one language. So at least with 5 hours or 5 days of your endeavor, you can complete the 5 concepts and 10 programs. Thereafter, I need not describe your experience. You will be fully charged, no doubt about that. Now, now let's come to the program. The room dimensions. We have to calculate the areas of a room. Now, what are the areas? There are two areas of the room. One is the floor area, second one is four walls area. In your schooling only, you learn the formula. However, no worry. And floor area formula is length into breadth. Length into breadth. Four walls area formula is 2 into height into length plus breadth. Simply 2h into L plus B. This is the formula. However, if you do not know, if you forget, don't worry. I provide you every bit of thing. So, you need not worry. Only one thing, you must be in a mood to complete this successfully and own the concept as well as skills. That's the only thing I am expecting from you. So, for this also, as usual, we read input data from keyboard. For this purpose, we give 4 input values. What are the 4 input values? One is name of the room. Why name of the room? Actually, in our house, many rooms are there. Normally, drawing room, bedroom, study room, kitchen room, bathroom, etc. and all that. So, here the professionalism means everything, whatever you are doing, you must explain fully. So, actually, in student level programs and all that, they never bother. But don't feel like a student, as I told you many times already. Now, you give the name of the room, like a drawing room, living room, or bedroom, or study room, etc., and all that. And thereafter, length, breadth, and height of the room. When you are giving, just apply your brain and do that. What would be normally, you take normal houses and all that. Don't take into consideration of palaces. Understand? So, whatever values you give and all that, it should be reasonable. Suppose a drawing room you take 15, 12, 10 or 20, 15, 10, like that you have to give. So, always think of a study room. What would be the normal thing? Normal things. Why I am so specifically telling about this, if you give some abnormal input values and all that, your program may be 100% correct in all aspects. It gives the correct result in the formation also. But one professional sees your program, suppose if you give drawing room dimensions are 40, 30 and 10, then you immediately understand that you do not have common sense. Drawing room will be 1200 square feet. No, in palaces it might be there. You talk about ordinary houses. Okay. And one more thing. Suppose you are dealing with the 2-3 rooms of a house. Then one point of common sense I am telling you. Suppose just like that you are giving input values because you want arithmetical calculation only. But height, as far as height is concerned, you have given different heights. Then immediately you are estimated, you are understood as not having common sense. Because in any house, any building, all rooms are having same height, but length and breadth may be different. So this is matter of common sense in programming. One again and again, I am telling you, I tell already thousands of students. I addressed and told this. Your program always documents about your stature. Be careful in every aspect, every bit. You should follow conventions. You give right and appropriate values, and you write a smart code, and you apply your logic. Every aspect you are scanned by your program. That's why whatever points I am explaining now, be careful and focus on them. Give respect to them. That is very important. Okay. Now these points you keep in mind. Thereafter, what would be the probable output? Output may be given in some program. Output may not be given in some program. In both cases also, you first focus on the probable output of the program. Now that one is see. Now you see, your output should be like this. Otherwise, if you can give any better format, you do that. I don't discourage. I never say my things are ultimate and all that. Those are good. Subject to my knowledge and perception, I developed everything. You may develop better things, then share with me. I have no ego. If you give any better ideas and all that, I don't mind to share with the other student community. Okay, that point you have to understand. So, which prompt statements you write and all that, that is see, enter the name of the room, enter the length of the room, enter the breadth of the room, enter the height of the room. Okay. As far as height is concerned, if you are dealing with multiple rooms and all that, it should be uniform. That point always you remember. Otherwise, you are discounted. That point you understand. And thereafter, now you see the format should be here like this. It should be elegant. Now number two is don't forget giving units. Units means here you see length, breadth, and height are measured in feet. Feet. So that is one dimension. So feet, ft you give, and floor area, the areas are measured in square feet. That you should give. Okay, but this is the professionalism. What is the difference between student program and professional program? This is the thing. Whatever is the relevant information, big or small, you should present it there. That is the real professionalism. And with reference to this output only, you write your output section. Okay. Now, let's come to the program. In this, nothing is new. Nothing is new. But one thing, while you are typing, don't copy that. Don't copy that. And first you see, if you want to watch that 2 times, 3 times, 10 times, you watch it. You crystallize your knowledge, get confidence, then only type. While you are typing, don't see the program. Okay. Now, here one more thing I have to introduce. Actually, we are writing comment. In the comment, what we are writing, simply we are writing the task of the program. Simply the task of the program. In a simple words, here what we are writing, calculating rooms floor area and four walls area. That's it. Actually, in commercial applications, in big projects and all that, this is known as a documentation section. Here also you can call it a documentation section. Already 3 sections are introduced. Input section, process section and output section. And you remove 4 sections. The top one is called documentation section, but in commercial applications and big projects and all that, many details are there. Not only describing task of the program, its version, when it was developed, who is the author, what are the copyrights, and many other details. Many other details are given which are required by the client. So that is the documentation section. But in our documentation section, simply we write the task of the program. That point, new point, you understand. Thereafter, room, room, room name. Actually, name if you give that in a name means immediately we think of individual person's name. So room underscore name you write. Thereafter, length, breadth, and height. Okay. As far as remaining 3, first room is string. That's why no conversion is required. As far as length, breadth, and height are concerned, those are integer values. That's why int function I use. Int function. If you want to make it float, you make it. I don't discourage. But for the sake of simplicity, I am taking all these values as int. In marks report program also I have taken. I am ignoring fractional part. Only whole numbers I am taking. for the sake of simplicity, nothing else. Once you get proficiency, anything you do. So this is the input section. One thing I am requesting you, until you get 100% self-confidence or crystallizing your confidence, don't copy and paste. Even this code may be available elsewhere with simple changes, but don't do that. While you are typing and all that, it is registered, strongly registered in your brain. Now, if I ask you one question, what you did yesterday, how fluently you are able to explain without referring anything? Because that was your experience and registered in your brain. That's why you are able to explain it so fluently. In the same manner, if you are watching, reading, writing and typing, all these activities, make them to register strongly in your brain. Then, like your experience, just like that you do, how you write a mail in the same manner, program code also you can write. That is very important. That is only real professionalism. Thereafter, every professional doing 90% of jobs, copy and paste only. Then you do that, not now. Okay, that is the input section. I think you don't have any doubts and all that. But one thing, one common mistake is here at the end of input statement, two parentheses are there. You may miss one. This is generally every beginner, many beginners do that. That's why beware of that. That is input section. You write the sub comment. Thereafter, processing section or process section. In this, what two output values are there? What are that? Floor area and 4 walls area. Actually, 4 walls you write. You should not write. So, what is the reason? What is the reason? First letter should not be a digit, but digit can be used in the variable name, but it should not be the first one. That's why walls for area I used. Now formula I know that. Length, breadth. Here one thing already I told you. If you want to write complete name, I don't describe. If short name represents it, then you can use it. That's why length, breadth I used length into breadth. Thereafter walls for area, 2 into height into length plus breadth. One thing you remember in mathematics, certain implications are there. 2h into L plus V, that is enough. That means multiplication symbol is implied, but here no implications and all that. Everything explicitly you should write multiplication symbol. Then that is a 4 walls area. That is the processing section. As a result of that, the floor area is calculated in that memory container. That is floor area variable. It is stored. Thereafter, walls for area also it is evaluated and stored in the variable. Thereafter, we have to write the output section. Output section, as I told you already, strictly with reference to the output, whatever I showed and all that. Otherwise, you write it on the paper, and with reference to that only, every print statement you write. Now here actually there are no hard and fast rules. Every time, depending on the situation, depending on the content, you have to decide what is the elegance, what is the right way of presentation. Now we see room is applicable to every item: name, length, breadth, height, floor area, 4 walls area. For everything, why should you write room, 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 room? If you don't write also, it is not good. That's why what I made, a room commonly I have written. Thereafter I have written like this. This is the elegance. This no book teaches you. You should yourself, if you have little creativity, elegance, common sense, then you do this thing. Don't forget to write units. So length, breadth and height are this thing, feet, floor area and 4 walls area are square feet, SFT. Okay, and whenever you are writing variable names, strictly you follow the spelling as well as case also. So now 4 sections we have written. Hereafter I tell you 4 sections: documentation section, input section, process section and output section.